that would be a good idea to do that. Well, it could be, let me think about it. So she thought about it, and she said, well, this is something that, it could be good. Let me work in this. So kind of I had the idea, but she was able to make it happen, and I'm proud that she was able to make it happen, So it's a teamwork.
Right.
So we invite all the employees as a casting, because we were looking for the real employees, and we invite all the employees, whoever want to participate on the show. It's not mandatory, it's not necessary, but if you want to. So 90% of the employees, they were interested to do that. So
I imagine.
Yeah. But in that time, we don't know what to expect,
right.
But it was interesting for them to say, well.
And what's a reality show?
It is a reality show.
It is a reality.
Watching some people like it and some people don't like it. I'm not 100% in a reality, because I'm kind of an actor. You like to create roles and close that door and start a new role. You don't mix your family with that. It's just a completely different world.
Right.
So reality is just, they want to see you. They want to see completely you. And so it's not for me. So that's why I'm very blessed that my partner, Lisa, was willing to be the pilot, on the show, and be the face, which is she is, and that because of her that happened eventually. But I was given, producer on the side and participated on the show. I was able to bring the real ideas and the real happening, because
you were creative and you
So
that part was your industry basically,
right?
The dreaming.
But it was a challenge, like I said, we start bringing cameras to the restaurant to film, which is local customers. We're talking about, people in the industry, like agents and celebrity. They were very happy for what SUR was. Private, upscale,
right?
Very in this, and this now we start bringing cameras. So they were like, Guillermo, what's happening here? I said, well, we try to, but don't worry about it. Nobody's going to bother you. But it was, if it didn't go in the way that I wanted to, it couldn't be a disaster.
Right, because you were compromising your main source of income, your business.
But I took the decision before to start that I will put everything in there. As long as I'm there, as long as I'm able to control, be the pilot, and I leave Lisa dealing with all this acting in the restaurant. So we were able to do season 1, season 2, and then it became famous, So now people knows about my restaurant, SUR, and the show. So I lost all the regular people that I used to come to the restaurant, but I got I got millions of people all over the world.
That's interesting. So the agents and that people, they stop going because they don't want to be on camera and all that. Right. But you got many more people that are the fans, the TV, the audience.
They want to come. And I'm blessed that they're coming.
So because you got a growth, you went up basically.
It's a show that you can see all over the world. So people will come.
So your restaurant is always full and
always full.
So it's better now after that decision that you took to jump into that TV show, merge it with the restaurant.
We went to a different level. We went to a different level, and we are very successful. Knocking wood, but it's. Every day is a challenge, like I said. It's still a challenge.
8 seasons is already a success.
On a TV, but at the same time, you run a restaurant. So, it's not like you run a studio and close. No, I have to run a restaurant.
Right.
So I have to please the customer. The food have to be, the way that it's coming. The service have to be perfect. I mean, for me, I'm very challenged. So I have to be there every day, kind of. And I have the right people next to me. And my wife is working all day because she's doing the office and I do in the nighttime. So, we really sacrifice until today everything that we have, just to be where we are.
It's a teamwork. Do you have fear for anything?
I want my daughters to be healthy and grow and just no fear, but, I just feel like, I want the best for my family. So I will be, my fear is, If love, I wouldn't call that fear. I would call love.
The attachment to them is happiness. And
their happiness. So I can't say that I'm a fear of something happy to them. But yes, I'm very concerned about and make sure that my family is fine.
Of course. If I give you a billboard in the main place in the city, beside your brand, beside putting SUR, which message would you put on it for the people to be inspired, read it?
Maybe like what I mentioned before. You don't have to be great to start, but you need to start to be great. So always learning that you don't have to have the big money to start. You don't have to have the amount of people next to you to start. You need to start and then keep adding. I started with 4 people in the restaurant.
And now you have 100.
Right. So you know what I mean? So you start and small. Start small, and work, be there. Another thing is, the chef that I mentioned to you that I brought in 1998, he's still next to me until 22 years.
Oh, my God. So he's working for you all this time?
All this time.
He's still in there?
And still there. He's Joe for Guadalajara,
I will like to meet him sometime.
So in the restaurant business, you fight with the chef will, or another one will come. So,
awesome.
There is a lot of stuff. So when you have, I'm proud to say that I still have the chef from day one.
That tells a lot.
And I even offered him to be my partner, and he said, no, you just give me my salary. So until today, he regretted. But I even gave him that choice in that time,
Right.
If you want to be a partner, we make it a small salary, but you will have %. No, just give me my salary. He always laugh about it.
Right.
He said, I shouldn't say that, but he's happy.
Is there any reading, any book or, author that you actually read that you like and would you like to recommend us?
I like to read some positive, books. And
empowering
books. I think this is always, it's good to have it and read daily. I don't even want to say one in particular, but just read about it. Today it's try to surround yourself with positive people. Listen your radio. Listen people like myself.
Podcast, yeah.
The podcast. So this
right.
is if you do stuff like that, you're already into there. You really want it to go. So learn how people give a good energy. Learn from them. And do it, But I think you should read books like that,
Yeah.
Motivating.
How important is learning in your development?
It is very important. Like I said, learning, not only learning intellectuals, learning what society wants. Before, like I said, I used to have a restaurant that if somebody take a picture, well, you have to go outside, paparazzi outside. All of a sudden, people, the telephone came along, and everybody they have the telephone and they take pictures. And if you start blocking yourself for people not to take a picture or not to do this, so you block yourself,
Right.
So learn that today you can put your product all over the world with Instagram, with Facebook, something that before doesn't happen. So there's so many tools that, if you are smart enough, you can use it in order to grow and in order to, keep growing. And so that's what I said. You need to be smart. And smart is not only read books, not only be intellectual, but also be street smart, no?
Right. Street smart.
Yeah.
So knowing how to act, where to control yourself, that's a common sense, or more is wisdom.
Right.
That comes from being mindful about things.
Right.
If you are very impulsive, you're going to make mistakes. You have to always keep thinking and be concerned about details. And that's an attitude that actually drives you through your whole life.
Exactly.
Correct?
You just said it perfectly. Yeah.
And before we finish this conversation that I love, I really love.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The energy and what I'm learning with you. Is there any area, point, conversation, thought that we haven't touched that you would like to share with the audience?
With the audience, I say that, never give up. Life is only one, love your family, educate your kid, keep the love, all with the fire to do good, because karma will come. If you have a good karma, it will stay on your side. And this is the energy that you will have. You can be any religion, you can believe in anything you want, but just try to do good and the good thing will happen to you. And like I said, this is my advice. Just be grateful. That you are healthy. That be grateful that you can just, look at in your mirror and you feel proud about it. And like I said, in my position, I haven't made it yet. So so that means that if you just started, there is a long way, but be positive because you will get there. If I make it, there is no reason why you can't do it, but you have to do it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for this time.
If you want more information about SUR and Guillermo, please go to surrestaurant.com. Thanks so much for listening to our show this week. If you want to find out more about our podcast, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at ComoLoHizo, or visit our website at ComoLoHizo.com. Please subscribe to our show on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you listen to your podcast. If you want to reach out to comment or suggest a topic, please email hello@ComoLoHizo.com. This show was produced at the iHeart Studios in Los Angeles. I'd like to thank our producers, Fernando Alejandro Schiantarelli and Amelia Machiavello, our sound engineer, Martin Garcia, and Annie Siderovich, our general producer. Cómo Lo Hizo is a co-production from Premier Radio Network and Crece Grow Media. I am Fernando Schiantarelli. Thanks again for listening.